Mum has a spare tree topper and she's very kindly lent us this one. Isn't she cute? Oh my God, she's so cute. Welcome back to the final vlogmas of 2024. It is Friday the 20th of December today and we're having our first ever Christmas party. As you can see, we're in this state. I am nearly ready, my makeup is done. I'm about to put on my outfit and I'll take my hair down and I'm gonna put my jewelry on, put my fragrance on, and then take you to the kitchen to show you what Max has been up to for the past 48 hours. Jewelry wise, I'm going for my mum's silver bracelet. What would Vlogmas be without me wearing something from Starry Starry Night? These little earrings. And see what you're wearing.
Just chilled.
Yeah, nice. Relaxed.
Relaxed.
Casual. So I'm wearing a Topshop dress from 2000 for like £40. The reason why you can tell it's 2009 is because it comes down like this here, kind of like a scoop front. And then I'm wearing my secondhand boots, which actually really don't get out enough. And I'm actually happy with my hair for once. It's the winter solstice tomorrow, so I'm gonna wear the autumn fern fragrance for one more night.
I need my notepad. So I've made several courses, a lot of like finger foods, trying not to do any plates tonight. So anything that needs a plate, people are gonna put it on their napkins. The first one is a baguette with tofu whip with sun-dried tomatoes and basil. And then I'm doing carrots rolled up. So I'm taking a carrot lox recipe that I have from my book and kind of pulling it all together. But I got the inspiration from Clay when I went to go work in Zurich. So finishing off with horseradish, lemon zest, and chives. And then I'm doing a crispy tofu that's then gonna be dipped in like a peanut butter sauce with a miso mayonnaise and pickled ginger. Then I have a tarte soleil, which is just using up leftover greens and herbs. That will go in the oven, that will be baked. And then I made fresh tortellinis from scratch, filled with pumpkin, mushrooms, walnuts, brown butter, and then finished off with crispy sage and walnut crumble. And then I have cookies, like a sesame cookie that's gonna be rolled up. You'll see it all.
We're making
margaritas.
We've actually pre-made them using Mijenta tequila and then we've turned it around. We've reused the bottles. Mijenta is really, really great tequila. So we mixed tequila, triple sec, cranberry juice, lime juice, and orange juice.
And orange juice and and orange zest.
And orange zest.
For the rim, we're using salt, sugar, and lime zest. First you dip the glass, you're gonna dip the glass in here. I would keep this shallow.
We've got some agave in this.
You just want you want it to kiss.
Kiss the rim.
Kiss the rim. Kiss the rim so that people can actually enjoy it. You don't want it like falling down the sides.
I don't really drink that much at all, but I am gonna have one of these cocktails tonight because I had a little sip earlier when I was making them and they were so good. And it's Christmas.
I'll join you in one.
One?
Yeah, I'll join you with one.
You've got some of your favourite boys coming, so I know it's going to be more than one. I just know what you're like around, specifically Ben and Nadeem.
You are currently witnessing a wild Max Lamanna making some. What are you making, Max?
Tarte soleil.
What is it called?
Tarte soleil.
Tarte soleil. Hang on a minute. I don't know if you guys are picking that up, but it's a tart. I've literally forgotten. I've got a baby, so I'm looking after the baby tonight. Baby monitor. This is from Hello Baby, model HB65. Thank you.
Last night was such fun. Max's food was incredible because I had no idea what he was making for those sort of 48 hours. I was like, let him just crack on, I'll go edit and do my thing. And everything I tried, I was like, oh, you can see all my facial expressions in the video. I'm just like, our margarita went down a treat and it was delicious. And it was just so nice to see friends and listen to Spice Girls and Sugar Babes and Mariah Carey and Wham. We're gonna finish our coffees and then we're probably gonna go and pick up croissants. And then it's going to be a day of getting ready for Max's mum to arrive. She arrives tomorrow afternoon, so we just want to get everything crisp and lovely for her arrival. It is Sunday, the 22nd of December today. I'm PMSing so hard, which I haven't had for a couple of months, and apparently it's very common in December for our symptoms to be worse, and I'm deeply feeling that. So I'm actually not going to do all that much vlogging because my head is all over the shop. Max's mum arrives this afternoon. I probably will film a little bit of us picking her up from the airport, and then after that I'm going to throw to something I filmed about Offline 48 a couple of days ago, and that will be today's content, if you will.
So when I was living in New York, one of the first plants I had that I bought in New York, brought it home, gave it to my mom, and then I was traveling. You know the story, I ended up here. My mom kept the plant alive, and now there's an offshoot of that plant, and she brought the plant with her. I don't know if this is legal. Yeah. But yeah, let's keep that. Yeah. Let's just keep that. But we brought it back with us.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
In the museum?
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you filmed?
Yep.
That's so cool.
20 years old.
This jumper has been such a feature of this vlog. It belonged to my grandpa. He's probably older than me. I miss him all the time, but especially at Christmas, which is why I really wear this jumper a lot at this time of the year. It just makes me remember him and feel closer to him. I wanted to have a chat with you guys about my extended Offline 48 break, because I had a lovely question on my last vlog from a subscriber called Sandrine. Hello Sandrine, thank you for your question. And they have asked me to talk through my extended Offline 48 break. So if you're new here, I practice something called Offline 48, which is when I spend weekends offline. And then during the Christmas and New Year period, I try and take an extended Offline 48 break. So usually around a minimum of 10 days completely off social media, and usually entirely off my phone. The reason why I do this is because I spend more time online than your average person, and I find the internet can be quite overwhelming. Too much time on social media makes my brain feel fuzzy, and I also have a complicated relationship with just feeling so contactable, or contactable would be the better pronunciation of that word, I think, on so many different platforms, and everything just feeling so immediate. I find it quite overwhelming. I grew up in the 90s, which is a time where we made plans and we just stuck to them. If you wanted to have a call with someone, it was via a landline. At least that was my childhood. I didn't get a mobile phone, I think, until I was maybe 14, and at that point it wasn't something that I used for calls. It was for sort of texting boys that maybe were a second cousin of someone that I had never even met before, but I imagined in my head would be Patrick Swayze, but 14. Very, very strange time. This practice and this extended break is for anyone who it might appeal to, and also for anyone who it's accessible to, because I appreciate that this practice is really not necessarily accessible to people who are caregivers or parents, and it also just might not be appealing, in which case absolutely no pressure on anyone to do this. The only pressure for anyone is really me putting that pressure on myself. Now, in terms of plans for Christmas, the majority of my plans are in the diary and set in stone. For that reason, I plan to have my phone switched off and put it away in a drawer for the majority of the 2 weeks. If you're looking to have a clean break from your phone altogether, I would really recommend buying a secondhand brick phone, like an old school Nokia phone that just makes calls and texts. I think a more accessible Offline 48 extended version would look like just coming off social media, and that could be for 24 hours, for 2 days, for 5 days, for a week, whatever works for you. I think the best way to manage that is probably to delete your apps from your phone. Just a heads up, if you do that, you'll lose any saved or drafted posts. Also, I know lots of us use social media on our laptops and desktops. This is something I personally find really, really helpful. I'm way less likely to scroll, and that's kind of how I use social media during the working day. If I'm working on something else, I need to quickly check something. If you don't want that temptation, you could just log yourself out, ask a friend to change the password, and again, you could do that for your apps if you don't trust yourself to not reinstall them. Or you could set down time limits on specific apps so you can only use them for say 30 minutes a day. It's really making it work for you, and I think that looks different for everyone. For me, at the kind of time that I'm in right now and the accessibility I'm going to have to emergency calls via other family members should I need them, I'm going to work really, really hard to just have my phone off for the entire 2 weeks. Now, there will be moments where I might need to turn them on just to check in with friends that I've arranged to see, but I'm also going to do the work before I turn my phone off to make those plans and also give my friends a heads up. I just want a really clear break so I can properly rest and refresh my mind. I find the first 24 hours of no phone probably the hardest, and then from there I'm just flying. But I want to emphasize that this is all about making it work for you, and that truly does look different for everyone. And if hearing me talk about this makes you feel more anxious, then this probably isn't the practice for you, and that is totally fine. People often ask about taking photos and videos. I have this camera should I wish to take any photos or anything. If you've set up your phone in a way that makes you feel good and you're making offline 48 work for you, so that might be app limits, or you might have deleted the app, might be on airplane mode, go forth and use it to take videos and photos. You don't need to buy a Polaroid camera or a digital camera to make this work for you. If you don't want to participate fully in offline 48 this break, but perhaps you want to have slightly better boundaries with your phone, you could set it to black and white mode to make it less appealing. You could change your wallpaper on your phone to say, what are you giving your attention to, just as a reminder to not always be checking it. You could turn your notifications off your phone. Perhaps you could remove email from your phone. If Instagram makes you feel great or TikTok makes you feel great, then I am not in a position to tell you to remove it from your phone. I really want you to think about, how do these apps make me feel, and how do I actually want to feel when I finish using them? And then from there, you can kind of fix your phone in the way that best suits you. A lot of people ask me about fear of missing out, FOMO, on offline 48. I personally get FOMO more when I'm online and on social media and seeing what people are up to, and that's actually one of my favorite reasons for doing it. Another real pro of offline 48 is I think it can have a really positive impact on what you consume in terms of stuff. I find when I'm offline and I'm not seeing gorgeous gals in gorgeous outfits, I'm much less inclined to start scrolling on Vinted looking for something that I don't necessarily need. And the final question that maybe you're wondering about is, what am I going to do during offline 48? For me, it's spend time with family and then just chilling, long walks, home cooking, lounging in front of the telly for hours on end, daydreaming, reading, being bored, tidying my wardrobe, pottering around, really kind of nesting and getting really cozy, just trying to be as relaxed as possible. Now, obviously this break means I'm less likely to make spontaneous plans with random friends. At this time of year, I am mainly just indoors, being cozy, being at home, not really seeing anyone apart from my family. For this time of year, this sort of practice works perfectly for me, but of course, make it work for you. Max started baking this bread at 6:30 this morning and it smells so good. Happy Christmas Eve. What I love about Christmas and birthdays and all kinds of holidays is that it's never just, oh, I'm having a coffee. It's, I'm having a Christmas coffee. I'm not just going for a walk. I'm going for a Christmas walk. It's the small things, guys. I took some time off filming yesterday and I'm starting to feel much more human, which is awesome. Also spent time with family yesterday, which was lovely. I also posted my last short form video of the year yesterday. Max is spending the majority of the day cooking for Christmas Day, and I'd like to go for a long walk, quite want to watch a Christmas film and just feel really festive. So that's the plan for today. Time flies on Christmas Eve. Max is making tofu butter chicken for dinner tonight. We're having some family around as well, which would be really nice. And then I'm hoping for a cozy evening, and long may that continue. I just want to say thank you so much for being here this month and also for being here this year. I appreciate you all probably more than you realise. This little space that we have on YouTube is so sacred to me, and I just love it. And you're always so kind and just so understanding and compassionate, and I'm very, very grateful to have you here. I want to wish you a really happy, restful, rejuvenating and safe holiday season. I know this time of year can be really, really intense, so just please take good care of yourselves, whatever that looks like for you, and I will see you in 2025. Bye.